Hello folks, I'm Dean Curry, President and Founder of Rising Star Enterprises for Wellbeing. As a certified personal trainer and a sports nutritionist over the last number of years with the COVID-19 virus present, I often get asked what would be the proper diet once somebody has been infected, and a lot of us have been infected with the COVID-19 virus. What's going on in the body? How does it get depleted? Are very important questions to ask, because it's not just what you put into your body, but you first have to understand, what does COVID-19 cause the body to do? How is it depleted? Where it's depleted? What nutrients are depleted? Then what is needed to put into the body? What nutrient-rich diet would be needed to comprehend and to substitute and to bring into the body what was depleted in the first place. So, before we go into what is needed to put back into the body and how those nutrients would be absorbed into the body, which is equally important, it's actually even more vital to understand, when COVID-19 hits, what actually happens to the body. Now, I've done a lot of research on this and consulted many people as well. And what actually, you hear about COVID-19, you hear, a vitamin D rich, liquid electrolyte protein-based diet is best for COVID-19. Well, it's good to understand that that's a good thing. We go for this diet, but you first have to understand what happens when COVID-19 hits. When COVID-19 hits, and it's hit a lot of us, not me so far, but a friend of mine said it's because I drink tap water. I thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, what actually happens to the body is, when you get hit with a COVID-19 infection, your body is in defense. It has to defend and combat what is actually going on. So what is going on? You get an infection, you get a fever, a cough, sore throat, what have you, loss of smell, loss of taste, a lot of different things. It affects everybody a little differently, but there are viruses, the COVID-19 virus is along with many other viruses, that attack the body in a certain way that put the body in defense. Now, the body has to do a lot of things to defend against a COVID-19 virus, especially a COVID-19 virus, because it's so potent. So what it does is, they always say when you get sick, drink a lot of liquids. Why is that? Because when you get an infection, a virus, a COVID-19 virus, what have you, what basically happens is the body uses a lot of its electrolytes, its sugars and salts. That's why when you work out, they say drink Gatorade, because it's got a lot of sugar, it's got a lot of salt in it, and electrolytes, or Pedialyte is another example of what you can drink. But basically what happens is you lose a lot of that when you work out. It's the same thing when you get sick. You need a lot of nutrients to work out to replenish the body. When you get sick, it's the same sort of thing. So your body uses an enormous amount of its stored liquids. And the dehydration is actually what causes you to get more sick. So they always say, drink a lot of liquids. Now, it's important to note, and it's an intelligent, comprehensive approach to know, that drinking a lot of liquids doesn't really necessarily do it. You have to drink liquids that have electrolytes in it, Pedialyte, Gatorade, sugars and salts. You lose a lot of these things when you're sick and you're defending against a virus or a COVID-19 virus. And when your body gets depleted, it causes a massive amount of other problems. So it's very important to drink liquids, but what's more important is, how do I absorb liquids into the body? Don't just drink water, okay? And not understand that it will go right through you. It needs to be absorbed in the body. So what kind of things help restore all the water levels, like a car? You always check the water levels to have a car operate efficiently. What basically is important to distribute water levels throughout the body? Well, one thing is potassium. Potassium, such as a banana, I wouldn't recommend eating a whole banana in the beginning of the day. They're rather big, okay? I would eat a half a banana during the day, okay, when you get up, and at the end of the day, before bed, have another half a banana, okay? Because what bananas do, bananas have a lot of potassium, as well as other foods, but bananas have potassium that actually, potassium regulates the water levels throughout the body. So when you drink water or any types of liquid, it pushes it to all the areas of the body, restoring all the overall, water balances throughout the body. That's very important because it goes throughout the body and your body is then hydrated, which COVID-19 causes massive amount of dehydration. So that's one way to do it. Okay, so that's the water levels, electrolytes, things like that. The other thing that you should be concerned with is when you get sick, any type of sickness or any type of infection, especially COVID-19, it uses up a massive amount also of vitamin D and protein. Let's start with protein, okay? Protein is used a lot. Just like when you work out, you need a lot of protein, okay, in order to absorb, into the body. You need vitamin D for that. What a lot of people don't understand, not to get off topic, let's go back to protein. To understand protein in the body, and you can eat, protein-rich foods and stuff like that, it's important to understand what is needed with protein to absorb protein. Okay, what is needed to absorb protein is a digestive enzyme called protease. Okay, and what protease, a digestive enzyme, what kind of foods can you eat? So when you eat the proteins, the yogurts or the chickens or the lean meats, how does it get absorbed in the body where it just doesn't go through your body but actually gets absorbed? You have to eat foods that are rich in protease. Kiwi, strawberry, asparagus, which I like, figs, which I don't particularly like, but all these things are rich in protease and they help absorb the protein into the body so it just doesn't flush through your system without getting absorbed into your bloodstream, muscles, and stuff like that. And you need protein to fight a COVID-19 infection. So it's important to understand what food you eat, what drinks you drink, but it's also important in the things that you need in your body to absorb those things so they just don't flush through your body and actually get absorbed into your efficient system. So those are the things that you need, protease. And as far as vitamin D is concerned, a lot of people, will say, oh, I'll eat a lot of yogurt, I'll drink a lot of milk, soy milk, and stuff like that. But, to be perfectly frank, I actually didn't quite know this until a doctor told me because I train a lot of people at home. I do a lot of massage. I'm indoors all the time, and my doctor said you're a little low in vitamin D. And I was like, really? I eat yogurt, I eat, proteins all the time. I have a really great diet. I have a protein shake. And she said, do you know that 80 to 85, almost 90%, she said, look it up on the internet, Google it. She said, of vitamin D and what you need for the absorption of vitamin D actually comes from the sun. So she said, I want you to go out and before you get in the train station, go into someone's home, just stare up at the sun for 5 minutes, like Jesus Christ, and let the sun hit your face. And I actually didn't know that. So it's important, even when you're sick with COVID-19, dress up so you're warm, you don't catch a chill, and just go out and get a little sunlight. Go for a little short walk. Get the blood pumping. Pump those red blood cells through your body. And push the virus out. And one way to do that is by pumping your heart. But you don't want to do like exercise. But you definitely, maybe a short 5-minute walk, get some sun. This way you could absorb vitamin D, soy milk, cow's milk, things like that, yogurt, into the body. And that becomes essentially very, very important. You may have also heard of B6. B6, the energy supplement, B6, B12, take it. Well, you could also, eat foods such as liver, which isn't always the best thing to eat. I don't particularly like liver, but you put small amounts of it. It's very good for you. Salmon, tuna, are also other examples of B6 rich foods, and there's more you can look up on the internet. But B6 is really, really important it's actually the most important. You can take a supplement too, but it's actually the most important supplement to absorb protein. So, and you can eat poultry. It's very, very rich in B6 as well. I love poultry. So these are the things that you need to understand when it comes to COVID-19 and fighting infection, is to fully understand what's going on in the body. Okay? Fully understand how the body is being depleted. What types of nutrients are mostly getting depleted? Okay? Your stored liquids, your vitamin D, your protein. That's why these types of protein, vitamin D rich diets are very, very important, because you need that to fight the virus. Now you understand not only the foods that you need to eat, okay, that go into the body, but you also understand what foods are needed to absorb those very, very important nutrients as well. And you should have a balanced diet, as well. Drink teas are very good. Green teas are antioxidants. Blueberries are antioxidants. All these things would be considered. So along as well as this being long overdue for COVID-19, I do know several people that caught it recently, and I feel it's very important to understand what happens to the body, how it becomes deficient, how to absorb nutrients in the body, how to put the nutrients in the body so they stay there, and this way you can now fully recover from COVID-19 and live a very healthy and very happy life. Okay, virus-free, hopefully. I'm Dean Curry, President and Founder, Rising Star Enterprises for Wellbeing. Have a wonderful day and be healthy.